And welcome to this week's update. I hope that you and your families are well. Busy week at school. Obviously, we're into the final week now of GCSEs. They have been going a long time, and it's incredible effort for all of the students who have been taking them. And thank you to all of your support, all of those families who have been supporting us. It has got a lot longer since COVID, and the exams are spread out over 6 weeks now. And I know that it's been hard, but thank you very much for everyone. The students have been brilliant. They've done their very, very best. And we couldn't be more proud of them. It has been a really difficult year. Still post-COVID, still working through all of those different things. And I know there are a whole host of issues that you've got to work through, the children have got to work through, and we're just really, really proud of them. So just a big thank you to everyone for that. And again, big well done to the year fours who have done the multiplication checks and the year twos who are working through their key stage 1 SATs. The joy of a through school is the fact that we get to experience this with so many of you. So thank you very much, and well done to all of the students who are involved with all of those. So it's coming up to the final, it's summer term now. I hope everybody had a nice half term. And we have got transition day coming up soon, which is when we get to meet our new families. Always a lovely, exciting time, and reception transition as well, and getting to meet and making our family even bigger and bigger as we go through. So it's always absolutely gorgeous time of year. For all of those, we've got so many different trips and experiences coming on as well. This week we have been working with the police, continuing to work with some of our older students around respect in school and respect in the community. So just a big thank you to all the police and the families who are involved with that. We've got a taskmaster, so national final coming up with the year 5s are going to be in. What else we got? We've got year 4 residential, year 6 residential. I've had a meeting with Council of Mosques recently, or Mr. Mir from the Council of Mosques. Just chatting around what we're doing at school and all of the plans that we have got for next year, all of those really exciting plans. So now that you can see the times of the day, and I thought I'd just go over those plans so that you can just start to remember them, talk them through with your children. We're going to be doing a little more of this in school as well. And I think the biggest thing, the first thing, is to try and remember we're going from 50 hours over 10 days to 50 hours over 9 days. So rather than a week-by-week cycle, we're going to go to a 9-day cycle, and this is in secondary in particular. So primary families, this doesn't really affect you. It does if you've got multiple drop-offs. It's worth having a look at. But for your children, they're in the same times as they were. So you can see on the screen now, and I'm going to go through this again, and we're going to send this information out. So please don't worry if you don't want to have a look at it at the moment. You can see that we've got this staggered start, phase 5. That's just a slightly later start, an hour later start, and they finish an hour later. And this is for Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. So you can see how we're going to be scheduling the day. So if your child's in year 7, year 8, year 9, they start at 8:15, they finish at 3. Okay, that's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. If they're in year 10 and 11, phase 5, they start at 9:15 and they finish at 4. So that's Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, each of the weeks. And you can see how we are planning to do that. This is still where the breaks and the lunchtime are, is still provisional. We might make some changes there, but there'll be a breakfast club in the morning. Should you want your older students to have to do drop-off, your older children, have to do drop-off, and they can drop off and come into school. And then there is also going to be a homework club after school for any of the students to join. So then we've got Wednesday, and this is when we have professional learning time in schools. This is when we work with staff, which is why the day is a slightly different format of the day. And you can see that it is just a slightly shorter day. So you can see it's 8:15 to 2:30 for years 7, 8 and 9. And it is 8:45 to 3 for phase 5. And that's years 10 and 11. Again, we've got a breakfast club. Again, we've got a homework club. Now, what you can see there on Wednesday is that character period at 10:15 to 11. That's tutor time, but that's where we cover a huge amount of different information around our values as a school. All of the different programs that don't necessarily fit into the curriculum is where we would have a look at that, and assemblies and things. So I'll talk to you more about the character, because we're going to be we're having a look at what we do there. So I'll talk to you more about that before we finish in for September. In a few weeks' time. But you can see there how the day is being scheduled for Wednesdays. And then finally Fridays. This is the least change It's still an 8:15 to 1 finish, which is what we've currently got. But you can just see how we're just changing still for phase 5 and for phase 3 and 4 when character is. So for you as families, that's a flat start and that's a flat finish for everyone in school. But as in secondary, we're just changing those character times. So that really are the times of the day. Now, what I also wanted to talk to you about today is just then around core offer and what that means. If you remember, what I said is I didn't want any family to be disadvantaged. If you want your children to be in school over 10 days, they still can. So we're going to be running something called a core offer. And this is a supervisory offer that we've got on that second Friday. We will have staff in school who will supervise the children. It won't be taught lessons. Predominantly, it will be online learning. And then we may do some different activities as well. But in the first instance, it'll be supervised in a classroom for students to do their work. It won't be additional lessons. And at the end of this week, we're going to be sending out information to you about whether or not you will want to use that provision. You will have to book it in advance if you want to. And we're going to be doing it on a half-term by half-term basis. The reason for that is it makes it much, much easier for us to be able to timetable it and make sure that we have got the correct number of staff in the building. So we are using staff time to be able to facilitate that and to be able to supervise that activity. So we'll be running a core offer. Now, what we will also be doing is for any families who are in receipt of free school meals, issuing a voucher in September for the 19 days when children won't be in school. So you'll be able to make sure that you've still got access to free school meals during that. And if you do want to use the core offer, it will be a packed lunch provision. So you'll have to send in any food that you would want to with that. So on Friday, we'll be sending out the times of the day, just a little bit of information about what the core offer is, and also updated so you can update your information and update us on any telephone number changes or email changes. And we'll also be sending out via text and messages a link to be able to sign up to the parent app, and also around signing up for free school meals. And the reason why I'm asking that and just mentioning that is that brings additional funding into schools. So it's really important. If you think you're eligible for free school meals, then please do complete that form, and it will really, really help us out. So finally from me, I'm not going to do a video next week because it is Eid. So Eid Mubarak to every family who is celebrating. School is it's training day on the Monday and the Tuesday, so students don't have to come into school on the Monday and Tuesday next week. We expect everybody back in on a Wednesday, but it's an opportunity for you to spend time with your family. We know how important it is and precious it is for you all. So please do enjoy all of that, and fingers crossed the weather will hold for you. So that's it from me. I'll speak to you in a couple of weeks' time. Take care, everyone.